hit it at the same time. That's going. That's going. Okay. I want to make sure I didn't fuck any of this shit up. This is my first time doing it.
This is on. Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
We're recording.
All
we're
right.
back, bitch.
Ooh, it's a long time
What up?
coming. What's that song? How's it go? Who is it? What band is that? It's a long time coming, and I think I've turned around.
I have no idea.
Because one of us is going. One of us is going down.
I don't listen to Screamo like that. I don't know.
Hey, what are you doing?
I thought you were talking about Greta Van Fleet, but I can't remember the lyrics to that song.
Yeah, I can't remember it either, but it's playing in my head right now.
But then there's that other song that's that's Chance.
Sick Puppies.
Chance the Rapper, long time. It's been a long time.
That's right.
Time now.
Just came in. Sick Puppies. One of us is going down.
I don't like that song though because he starts it out with puke. I don't like puke.
Chance?
Yeah.
Blech.
It's a weird song. Welcome back to your favorite podcast, Couple Minds Pod. As you can see, we're off Zoom, which is fucking amazing.
Finally. Let's go.
I know. It's so exciting. I missed you.
Dude. Oh, wow. We've had, what's it been, 5 straight weeks? We're just staring at each other at the screen?
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah. I can reach out and touch you.
Yeah, you can. Hi. Ooh, thumbnail. All right.
I got daggers.
Oh, it's so good to be back. Hi, Loki.
Oh, there he is. I thought I heard him.
What if he just bit me?
Oh, that would be the worst case. I'd have to take him.
No, that'd be fine.
I'd have to bring him. I'd have to take him down a notch.
Nibbles. All right. What are we talking about? We got a couple topics. We're gonna stack because that's what we do best.
We're going.
What do you want to start with?
We're going mythology.
Just the general scope of mythology.
General
correct?
scope. We're going broad spectrum. We're going to try and touch on every single one that we know of or have any sort of.
I mean, that's quite the feat, my dog. That's a lot.
Well, that's why I said the ones that we can think of in the spur of the moment. Because I guarantee we're going to go on some rants about a few. Because I have someone right in my head right now. You remember?
Okay, go.
You remember
just
that
go.
long
Rip it.
text I sent you? No,
fucking
it wasn't.
Rip it, brother.
You rip it, dude. Send it right down the alley.
We're redlining so hard. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. All right. The long text you sent. I don't know.
It was
we
an
text
Instagram
a lot.
message. I was watching this Netflix show, Transylvania.
Hotel Transylvania, sick movie, dude.
Oh, dude, Adam Sandler rips that role.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen those?
It's a children's movie,
dude. I don't care. Those movies rip.
I've never seen it. I don't know.
You gotta watch them.
Okay,
they're so
I'll do
wholesome.
It. Yo, you know what? Before we get started, kind of mythological, but not really. I started watching Cowboy Bebop, the live action one. Well, it's an anime movie, about like bounty hunters in space. And
you have my attention.
Netflix made it live action, and John Cho, Harold from Harold and Kumar, is like the bounty hunter. It's really fucking good. It's like Altered Carbon, but like the whole point is have you ever seen Sin City, the movie?
No.
Oh, well, it's really like jazz era, like, but it's in the future. Like, obviously they're in space and shit.
So we reverted?
Yeah. And like, it's cheesy, but in like the best way. Not like the writing's not cheesy, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's a great show. Check it out. But shouts out Cowboy Bebop. Anyway, Cowboy Bebop. Mythology. Yeah.
If I remember it correctly, and this isn't, it's not the topic we're talking about, but the show I was watching, it had to do with vampires and witches. And,
yeah, Transylvania. That's like their home.
I'm just going to dive right in. Why in the fucking world is there so much lore and there's so much written historical text about vampires and werewolves and witches almost all over our history?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you go across the sea over into Europe, and now you still have witches.
Well, it's big over there.
Yeah.
Like my Irish family is like crazy into
I know
mythology
everywhere
and
you
shit.
go, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
We'd get really drunk and talk about like witches and shit because apparently that was like a thing in Ireland back in the Gaelic days.
Witches are real.
I mean, Ireland's magical. Witches have to be in Ireland.
Have to be. How could they not be real?
Well, here's the thing. Like, think about like the Salem witch trials. Also, fun fact, the murder rate in Salem goes up around Halloween. No one knows why. Anyway,
Witch sacrifice.
yeah. That the Salem witch trials are fucking stupid. Cause that like that's almost a counter argument to what we're talking about. In the sense that like people would just be like, I don't like you. She's a witch, and then you'd get killed. But like you're saying, it's so saturated, like society is so saturated in witchcraft, and like even now there's like all over social media and shit, there's like different spectrums of witchcraft, like the people who like use rocks to manifest shit, and then there's like people are out here making potions and shit.
Yep.
I don't know if that's, I guess technically it's witchcraft, but like actual witches, well, what is a witch?
I feel like
Like
anyone that
like
practices some sort of magic. Well, I mean, because if you think
we're
back,
grouping in wizards as well. So like
yeah,
is Chris Angel a wizard or is he a magician? Because like current day magic is just sleight of hand.
yeah.
Like
So
David Copperfield isn't magical. He's just, he knows how to trick people. But then like,
didn't they consider anyone a witch that kind of went against the book?
well, that's what I'm saying. Like in America, witchcraft was literally like, we don't like this person, we'll call them a witch, and then the town will murder them because Americans are fucking stupid.
So there's definitely a two categories. There's the one
But
that was
also,
just blamed.
now that I'm thinking about it, they're really good at hiding, probably based off the witch trials, because like I was saying, like David Copperfield, Chris Angel, David Blaine, those guys, the magicians, they aren't witches, but they're super famous for sleight of hand. But then like you can't name a famous witch
No.
except for like movie shit. Like technically Angelina Jolie, I think, was in that movie.
Maleficent.
Yeah, that's a witch, right? I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, she was a witch.
So I mean,
Oh,
as far as witches go, maybe. But although it's
maybe
mythology,
it
what does
is.
mythology mean? I don't have my laptop this week. This is fucking weird. Oh shit.
Because if you break it down, any any person that went and created something that went against the church or practiced medicine that went against the church back in that time was deemed a witch.
Yeah. It's basically if like you went against common.
Common practice.
It's like the High School Musical hit song "Stick to the Status Quo."
Now you're bringing me back.
So mythology is defined as the study of myths, and a myth is a traditional story concerning early history of people or explaining some natural or social phenomenon. And then the second definition is a wildly held but false belief or idea. So we're going against the grain here by saying these things might actually exist. A fictitious or imaginary person or thing, a misrepresentation of the truth. So maybe instead of mythology, we're just talking about history that they don't want us to know.
That written
Also, by
history.
like episode 77, I'm no longer the debunker. I feel the fire that is Colin's mind.
Because now I'm.
It's cool to think about. I mean, the world's
really
a big place.
Is.
The world's a big fucking place. The Werewolf of London, maybe not. But are there werewolves in like the fucking woods in Germany? I don't know why that's what I thought of, but like maybe.
I can't see why there wouldn't be.
Mermaids. We talk about the ocean a lot. We don't know jack shit about the ocean. There could be mermaids.
Shout out that documentary on Animal Planets.
So bad.
So terrible.
CGI.
So bad. But
oh wait, I'm thinking about the Discovery Channel one. Either way, both are terrible.
Either way, both terrible. didn't do it any justice. Vampires. Vampires. If there are movies and stories and history and constant talkings of vampires, the only way I can find bullshit in it would be just for a campfire story.
I mean, campfire stories, but also you have to think like technically are cannibals vampires?
Technically speaking, yeah. And cannibalism probably was big back then, but they're not going to tell us.
Well, when's back then? Because cannibalism's a thing now. Like there are
It's always been a
cannibalistic
thing.
tribes on islands that we've just discovered. But that's what I'm saying. The world is so fucking big. Who's anyone to say that any of this shit doesn't exist? There are civilizations that we discovered recently on like islands in the Pacific. Like that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So who's to say that vampires don't live in Transylvania and the German woods aren't full of werewolves? I don't know why it's in Germany, but it is in my
It has
head.
to be. Have you ever watched Hellboy? I think it's 2.
Never seen Hellboy. I mean, I know the premise
Well,
and
in the
whatnot, but
beginning, I think it's 2. I'm going to say it's 2.
that's the thing. Hollywood almost in a sense covered it up by like, because they made it to the point where you watch like Twilight or Hellboy or Werewolf of London or movies that glorify these creatures, and it's like so Hollywood that you're like, there's no fucking way this exists.
100%. But in the beginning of Hellboy 2, there's a little intro message, and the message is with one of these elf kings, and they talk about how there used to be a treaty between humankind
Yeah.
and the mythological kind where they could coexist on Earth. But then, as humankind advanced, they began pushing them underground.
Okay.
So now they were still there. They still did what they had to do.
Yeah.
But they slowly got pushed further and further away from the mainstream knowledge of everything that the world has to offer.
So shouts out a couple episodes ago, are mole people just witches and werewolves and
Mole
vampires?
people are the ones that got driven underground.
That's what I'm saying.
Leprechauns?
Dude, shouts out fucking leprechauns, bro.
Oh.
I feel like leprechauns, though, are just like Irish people not knowing how to deal. Oh, wait. Little people. Sorry. Don't cancel us.
We got to be correct. Little people. Sorry.
Because, you know, I mean, I'm insanely Irish. We're not the smartest or most proactive people.
But you're believable.
So it's like, oh, a little person. Must be a leprechaun. He's real lucky to be alive. That's the luck of the leprechaun. He exists.
That's the lore. The luck is that they didn't kill that little person.
Something I can't get behind though is unicorns.
Fuck that. Fuck.
And
that.
like people might be like, but fucking narwhals, bro, which are weird as fuck.
Don't know.
But
how
the horns have a purpose, so they could break up ice and shit.
Yep. And for mating.
Really?
Yeah. With the males, the bigger, the thicker the horn, the more attractive they are during mating season.
Ooh, that's interesting.
And of course, they're used for battle.
Are they?
Yeah. I wonder what a narwhal battle is.
Why do you know so much about narwhals?
Animal Planet, bro.
You watch a lot of. That's the second Animal Planet references podcast.
Sponsor us.
Could you imagine they reach out?
This episode's brought to you by Animal Planet.
Pipples and Parolees.
The amazing Dr.
Yo,
Pole.
high key though, Pipples and Parolees is a great show. I love that you know another show off Animal Planet. That's all I know.
The amazing Dr. Pole.
He's like, yeah, never mind. We'll talk about it later. What other myth? I mean, you said we're covering all mythologies. So then, like, should we dive into Greeks and Romans? Which one do you agree with more? Because the Romans were the planet. Like the gods were represented by planets and stuff for the most part, and then the Greek gods all lived in Olympus. And that's like the Percy Jackson universe. I was going to say
the Greek gods and the demigods, all that.
That's pretty cool.
That I love that.
The Roman gods
love them.
were pretty cool, but like Poseidon and shit,
They're pretty
badass, dude.
decent.
Fucking badass.
Yeah.
Greek gods are
Mhm.
way cooler.
But if
And do you think way back then?
that was so far ago. That was so long ago.
But I don't know. It's gods. And last episode we shit all over. The last 2 episodes we shit all over religion again. And
It's no
episode
here, no
14
there.
we shit all over religion.
Give a take.
But I like that idea. Like if that's how Christianity worked or Presbyterianism, shouts out my parents, worked. I feel like I believe it more because they have a god for everything. It's not one being. It's like, oh, Poseidon's the sea, and fucking Zeus is the I don't know, weather, and fucking Dionysus is the god of like partying and having fun, and you know what I mean? Like everyone has a role. It's like a council as opposed to like the all great and mighty God. Also, why doesn't our God have a name? They're all gods, but they all have names and specific roles. I like that.
I love that.
Also, why'd that die out, dude? Come on, Greece, bring it back, bro.
Oh,
This episode's brought to you by Greek gods.
Brought to you by Percy Jackson.
But also, it's cool that like then they also have a plethora of bad people. It's not just God and the devil. It's like
there's layers.
Medusa and the fucking Minotaur and I don't know, other shit.
The Hydra.
Yeah. That shit's cool. I'm with it.
Would you
That's more realistic to me than Jesus Christ. Did any of it exist? I don't know.
Maybe not.
Now debunker mode.
Maybe not.
Switch was flicked. Maybe not. Probably not. But I think that's a way cooler way to cope with shit.
It would be.
As opposed to fucking our Father who art in heaven. Hallowed be this dick.
Thy dick this come. My kingdom come. Why do you think they made the demigod deals?
On your back as it is in heaven. What? Damn, what about demigods?
Grab the towel, for it is heavy. I'm saying, why do you think they made the theory?
About demigods?
Yeah.
Well, because the gods gotta fuck.
Well, I was gonna say,
well, it was also like the naughty gods were the ones making demigods. So like Dionysus fucked a human who was the god of partying. Dionysus, whatever his name is. And then out popped a demigod. And like Zeus, after he made fucking whatever gods he made, he fucked a human. And then like out popped Percy Jackson.
Dude.
Gods get bored, bro.
You think Vlad Dracula was just one of the lineages of the demigods? Be a demigod.
Why not? Fuck it.
Right? Like, why not? The guy had fucking powers.
We're just rolling with it. So why not?
Would that mean mermaids?
Well, what powers did he had? He sucked blood.
Well, he sucked blood. He had the power to turn into a bat. He could fly. He could float. He could turn invisible.
He could turn invisible?
I don't know. We're going with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He could turn invisible.
Holy shit balls.
I mean, you could argue that current day mythology is just a branch of Greek or Roman myth, like the first mythology. Because like witches, a witch or like a wizard or a vampire or a werewolf is essentially just like a layman's version of like these Greek stories or Roman stories.
Yeah.
Because they had like centaurs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And a werewolf is a guy and a person and a dog. And a centaur is a dude. Dude, can we talk about centaurs for a second? Yeah. They're fucking cool, dude.
They're so cool.
Narnia, also, bro.
How'd they get made? What happened? What happened for the centaur to be made?
Poseidon cummed out of the sea.
Poseidon just gushed out of the sea. On land, popped half horse, half man.
And like, what are the other ones? Not the like goat things. Centaurs, and then there's the Minotaur, and then there's
Pan. What's up? Fucking
that thing.
Yeah.
What's he called? a I don't
Son
remember.
of a bitch. Why can't we think of it?
I don't know.
Goat Man.
Yeah, Goat Man.
Goat Man.
From Narnia.
Yeah.
The goat man.
Yeah. What?
Dude, those books were great too.
Fantastic. I remember reading them in school.
I remember reading them for fun.
Nerd.
Yeah, my mom's a librarian. What other mythology is there out there? I don't like the word mythology though, because like we started the podcast saying this, like it could fucking exist. I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
What's cooler, Haiti or having the modern day subset of demons and devils?
I think Hades is cooler because he's like Loki. Shouts out Loki.
Loki.
He's like a sneaky little deviant. And then like demons and devils are like, I'm gonna rip your eyes out. And Hades is like, I'm gonna seduce you and then rip your eyes out. Which is a little more fun.
I'm still having a good time.
Would I fuck Hades? Probably. I don't know.
Depends on how you showed up at the door.
Never met him.
If he rang the doorbell, shirtless with a towel wrapped around his waist, might have a shot.
Yeah. I picture Hades as, have you ever seen the show Lucifer? Yeah. That's how I imagine Hades is.
Constant scruff, doesn't need to be shaved.
Boring. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, what have you done for us lately?
Like Hades is all like, well, there's a lot of depictions of he's like fucking like lava and like fucking, dude, I don't know. That shit's cool to me.
It's so cool.
But like God and the devil, like,
dude, imagine
so
you
boring.
know how all the gods are depicted just yoked,
yeah,
fucking ripped.
Imagine except I mean,
the exact opposite.
Some of them are like fat fucks. Like the one I keep talking about, the party god. He's like a chubby little fucker.
He's a biggin.
Yeah, because all he does is like drink wine and fuck.
He's got some weight in those hooves.
And that's my guy. That's a god. That's a god that people believed in. Just a dude who gets wasted and fucks. And they were like, praise Dionys. I don't remember how to say his name, but it's one of those.
Dionysus.
Could be that too. Don't say the last part too loud. YouTube's watching.
Nice.
Sis. Without the N. It was very pronunciated when he said.
Oh, I didn't even pick that up. They're gone, YouTube.
Maybe I'll cut it. Maybe I'll leave it in. No, they're not.
Oh, that's right. They came back in full force.
When we pulled out, they took shit over. Anyway, this is all getting cut out.
That's why you never pull out.
No, never pull out.
Suffer the consequences.
How deep are we? What time is it?
My phone keeps turning off. We are 23 minutes in.
What other mythology do we have on the table? We didn't cover all of it. I know there's something we're missing. Oh, dude. Norse god.
Yeah, the
Norse,
gods.
right? Yeah, like Thor and shit. Yep. Super fucking cool. Are Vikings mythology? No, they existed because we have Viking ships and shit.
Yeah. I mean, think about the Berserker gods. I mean,
what is that?
Berserker Vikings were the Vikings that...
Dude, Egypt.
Oh, fucking
I knew we were missing something.
Think about them. But yeah, the Berserker Vikings were a part of the Vikings that would take mushrooms. Well, I mean, all Vikings. It's written down that they would take mushrooms and have that trip to get prepared for battle.
Yeah.
Those ones were the ones that gave into the manic side of the trip.
Okay.
So by the time the battle came, they were just those hell.
They were just in a bad place.
Yeah, dude. I'm talking. They were the ones that they would make movies of that are taking 4, 5, 6 arrows and just
just going.
Yeah, those ones.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
but Egyptians. I mean, the smartest civilization I think ever had an entire system of polytheism. SAT words.
Hey.
And like these people basically invented modern civilization. Why would you argue that these gods don't exist?
Yeah. Do people?
And it was similar to Greek and Roman, but they were before, I think. So maybe
They
Greek
were
and Roman
before.
took it from them.
Maybe. Oh well. But then again, the Egyptians used pretty much modern day animals that they saw around.
But that's what I'm saying.
So you could argue that they were twice as connected as the Romans. Because if you're having a cat god, dog god, if you're having
Well, they had Ra, who was a falcon,
yeah, the falcon,
the god of the sun,
if you're having all of
the
those,
Sphinx.
and they all play a very, very, very important role,
Yeah.
you got to be connected somehow.
Dude, Egypt's so cool. I was born in the wrong era.
Roll my eyes. What was it? Oh, Joe Rogan was talking the other day, and he was saying that if a modern day human now, or group or construction crew, tried to remake the pyramids to actual scale and size, if you move 10 blocks a day, because each block weighed about 60 tons,
Yeah.
it would take you, what was it? I think it was, it was, I don't want to misjudge it.
Years?
It was like 600 years to finish the pyramids.
Not 600 years. We could do the pyramids. Not 600 years.
I don't know. Have you seen
I mean, but
videos
also
of people trying to move the blocks
the
that way?
Egyptians like were around for hundreds of, well, maybe not hundreds, but thousands of years.
But still, if there's a video
I forget the
of
timeline.
a backhoe with one of the blocks that's equivalent to what the pyramids use, and the backhoe is riding on its front tires,
Yeah.
how'd they
Yeah.
move it? How'd they
Well, we know how they moved it.
Do we?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Positive.
Yes.
You'd put a paycheck on it.
No.
Aha!
But I'm the technology they used is documented. Like they would get these massive blocks of sandstone, and then they had like a bunch of logs, and then a fuck ton of dudes would push it.
Oh,
And then once a log rolled out the back, like two dudes would pick it up and run it to the front, and it was like a conveyor belt kind of.
So you're telling me
It wasn't easy.
a bunch of humans pushed it up?
Oh,
to
no,
the
no, no. How
top,
they
like-
got it to the top, I have no fucking idea.
That's
I'm
just
saying
it.
move, but also the crazy shit is where they like the quarry that they were getting these things from was like
miles
away from where the pyramids are.
Like what
Oh,
the
dude,
shit?
that's crazy.
Either you're having the sun god or someone help you move it, or you're so advanced.
Well,
and
also that's why people are like UFOs. I don't know if I believe in that.
either I can't jump on that train. I almost love the train more that they were so
That the gods were
advanced,
helping them, and that's
and
why
that
they were so
gods-
advanced.
They were so connected with nature and the gods and the beings that were around during
Dude,
that
they
time.
invented fucking plumbing.
Yeah,
I don't know why that was my big reveal, but
bruh,
it's pretty impressive.
that's huge.
Poseidon didn't invent fucking plumbing. They were shitting in the streets.
Dude, they invented plumbing and then we didn't realize it. And you know what we did? Dumped shit
Out our
into the
windows, yeah.
streets.
And then everyone's like, why are we sick? Gee, I don't know.
What's
You're
going on?
fucking knee deep in shit,
You're telling me
piss and shit.
they can develop that, but we're shitting in buckets?
And all the just fucking architecture and oh, it's incredible. I would love to go to Egypt, but I hear it's a really bad place for tourists to go.
Yeah. I hear you get
A couple of
fucking-
Olivia's friends just went there though for their honeymoon because they got married like right maybe during COVID. And yeah, they just went to like Cairo and fucking somewhere else. And I almost said labia, but that's a part of a vagina.
I was gonna say, dude, we getting
But they loved it. But I hear like the pickpockets and shit and like people scamming you are really bad over there. But I would love to go. I mean, I can't imagine standing near or at the base of or just generally around any of these like
any.
pyramids, but then all like the Sphinx, is that like a sculpture? What is that? And then
Yeah, it is.
that I don't know what it's called. It's a tomb, but it's like in the side of a mountain. You know what I'm talking about? There's like that. It's super fucking obviously super famous, but it's like in a valley and it's like just carved into the side of a mountain, like this giant tomb. It's in Indiana Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Harrison
I can't
Ford.
imagine, dude. Shout out Harrison Ford. But I just can't imagine, like, because you see pictures and shit, and everyone's like, this is extraterrestrial. But, like, I don't think you can quantify the true size and just, like, not detail, but, like, just, like, holy fuck, you know?
The magnitude.
I mean, it's multiple wonders of the world come from ancient Egypt.
You know what I just thought of? I keep seeing a picture that keeps popping up and reoccurring of the Last Supper, and the I don't know what you call them, the panels or the windows or the sculpture or the archways. Archways. That's what they're fucking called. The archways in the background,
Yeah.
they line up with each one
You
of
drinking
the
that?
no, you can have that. The holy buildings that the Aztecs, the Mayans,
Oh, dude, fuck.
right?
Their shit was crazy.
Even
Fuck
further
Egypt.
out of there.
Dude. Fucking Central and South America, man. I want to go down there too. I got some traveling to do, but their shit was crazy.
Why in
And
the
that's not even
world?
like, but okay, you know what else is fucking weird? Why is that history, but then the Egyptians are mythology? Because
Yeah.
also they did it before the Egyptians.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, yeah, they just built these pyramids and human sacrifices. It's chill, dude. Relax. And then the
Right?
Egyptians, everyone's like, fucking UFOs.
I never put that together.
Neither did I till right now. But
What the fuck?
like, why do we accept the Incans, Aztecs, and Mayans as history? And yes, we accept the Egyptians existing, but the shit they did had to be aided by something. And then the shit that the Aztecs, Mayans, and Incas did were like, oh, yeah, they were just advanced civilizations. It's chill.
We've
Like
been lied
fucking
to.
Machu Picchu, dude. Fuck off. You didn't do that shit.
No shot. Zero shot.
I
We've
mean,
been lied to.
they did. It's a real place with
Well, yeah, of
yeah.
course, but I am calling bullshit that we had humans moving those blocks up the side of a fucking
See, yeah, you're saying
mountain.
how would you push a pyramid block up a hill? How the fuck are you building a civilization on top of a fucking mountain?
Yeah, when it's proven
Like
the
you're
rocks
in
you used were not from on top.
and you're in the clouds on Machu. First off, why would you look at something that you can't even see the top of and be like, we got to live up there?
See that?
It
See
probably
that,
had to do
Jerry?
something with gods and shit.
We
Because
got to
I'm
be
also
closer to the
assuming
gods.
these civilizations had gods.
Yeah.
It wasn't. That's what's weird. Like, why is Christianity one and then 70% of other religions is polytheistic? And I love polytheism. I've never been into the monotheism.
Imagine that's
Like
what's
Hinduism and Buddhism and like Greeks, Romans, Aztecs,
bro.
Incans, Mayans, Egyptians, like all these advanced ancient civilizations. And then there's just like boring white people with Jesus
Mm-hmm.
Christ.
You know how I keep mentioning that there's a
And then
lot
like
of
I said 70% because then you have like Mormons and Jewish people who have like one.
yeah. What
So
what
fucking lame, dude.
what was it? Like 60% of
Religion's fun
records,
when you got a shitload of gods.
yeah, are under the Vatican. What if those records that are hidden under the Vatican are a bunch of fucking other histories with the civilizations we just talked about and
Yeah,
their
I mean,
stories and their proof that we were never allowed to see because of the monopoly that Christianity
yeah,
created?
yeah. Or yeah, strictly Roman Catholicism.
Yes. Imagine they just got that monopoly so built that they were able to take
Well, that's what they
all
do,
of that
dude.
and lock it under
That's also why it's so fucking dirty. Like
blood money.
all these other religions weren't fucking pay for your sins and repent and all this fucking horse shit that just makes you feel like a shitty person. That's also why I've never understood why people seek solace in religion. Because the whole point is give us money and we're gonna make you feel like shit. Like it's like going to a dominatrix. See, high key though, and then like all these other religions are like, let's fucking do shit. Let's get shit done.
Wow.
But that is why I like Presbyterianism, because like we did mission and stuff like that. Like we actually like helped people.
You did stuff. You weren't. You know what?
But I remember like distinctly remember my first communion in first fucking grade. And the whole time I was like, why do we have to do this?
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense. And then I had to say fucking 8 Hail Marys. I didn't know the fucking prayer. I don't pay attention. Because I said that I disrespect my parents sometimes. And I was mean to my sister. It like fucked me up. I need therapy.
Dude, the amount of fucking times I was in religion on Sundays and I would say, yeah, you know, I backtalk my mom or I backtalk my dad. And I had to do exactly what you just said to be right with God.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
What the fuck? Are you shitting me?
I think I'm a great person.
You're blowing.
We're both good guys.
Yeah.
Why do we have to do that shit?
Get out of my face. No way.
Anyway.
Where's that fucking picture I sent you?
How deep are we? I have to pee.
We're about 40 minutes deep.
Okay, let's cut it and start episode 2.
This has been
A Couple Pints Pod.
It's safe to say JMac's gotta pee.
Yeah. What's something funny to say? Zeus is my real dad.
Zeus is my dad.
My mom is dad. You've seen that clip.
I've seen that clip.
Yeah. All right.
Bye, everybody.
See you in 5 minutes.
End meeting for all.